Good morning, my friends. Isn't it beautiful here? Okay, I have something written, something live to share with you this morning. The a written journal, I think some people might object to, but as usual, my suggestion is it will be the mind that objects. And so my suggestion is to simply observe that and watch it and just wait, just be in heart and see where that leads. There are a lot of pressures on us to be fearful. That is perhaps the main ploy to keep us under control, not our own control. When we're in fear, we are disconnected from heart, from intuition, and that kind of thing. We're disconnected from higher self. Fear is uh, fear is an obscenity to higher self. It's maybe not obscene so much as it's just ridiculous. We're consciousness. We cannot be hurt. We cannot be harmed. And any thought that we can partakes of identification with body and with mind. This is a mind-made world. It's a ride. Remember Bill Hicks? It's a ride. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of thrills. It's a lot of chills. But in the end, it's a ride. And fear. Yeah, I like what Bill says. You have two choices, fear and love. And it's which one do you pick? Okay. There's a force acting in the world that wants you in fear. And so we have all this 2012 bullshit. There's a lot of nonsense that purports to be Mayan prophecy. Well, guess what? The Mayans haven't been putting this stuff out there. This is everybody but the Mayans saying this. And recently, only very recently, within the last several months, has Don Alejandro, who is the grandfather, the authority, if you will, for the Mayan peoples, begun to speak. And he counsels no fear. He predicts no catastrophe, no end of the world. It's a misunderstanding of Mayan prophecy that has been twisted and used to gin up all this stuff to put you in fear. I would suggest not even for amusement to go watch these things, to put your energy into them. They are bullshit. They are nonsense, and they are meant to separate you from yourself, from your higher self. There are a lot of people that have placed a certain amount of faith in these things. Okay, I hear some of you saying, but, there's ancient prophecy, there's revelations, there's all this stuff. I want to remind you, what is prophecy for? Think back to some of the ancient prophets in the Old Testament. Prophecy was given to give the people a message so that they would change their behavior. And when they would change, the bad thing wouldn't happen. Okay, prophecy isn't meant to say doomsday's coming. That too is a misunderstanding. What kind of a loving God is that? I'm going to squash you like a bug in 2012, so just be ready, just be scared. I mean, come on. It's so, once we step up above it, it's corny. It's laughable, okay? But as long as they have us in fear, well, people tremble in their boots and they want to be rescued. See, that's another part of this. They want you to think First of all, you created the mess. Well, that's garbage. It's been engineered from behind the scenes. You're not responsible for creating this mess. We've all participated. We have to withdraw our participation, but we were manipulated and guided into this. All right. So let's quit accepting this garbage that humanity's worthless. Humanity can't do anything right. Humanity does nothing but destroy Gaia. Humanity is just a cancer on the earth. Can you hear where that's coming from? Can you hear the dark, the evil intent in that? You are consciousness. You are light and love. You are all that ever was, all that is, all that ever will be. That is who and what you are. You're not even that body there. You know? I mean, anyway, let's not get too off into esoterics. Maybe that's esoteric. I don't know. To me, it's not. All right. So they want you fearful. They want you thinking you're nothing so that you can't rescue yourself, so that that wouldn't even enter your head that you have any power to do that. And they want you thinking that they are your rescuers. Oh, I know. It's what does he call it? David Icke. They create the situation and then they get somebody else blamed for it. And then they come in with the solution, which was the thing they wanted to do in the first place, you know, but they had to create a situation to get you docile enough and fearful enough to say, okay, come on in, bring on the Patriot Act, you know, take our liberties away. We're scared. Please. I don't mean to offend, dear ones. Whatever your beliefs are, that's fine with me. I'm just sharing my understandings of life here. So one of the worst outcomes is this is people waiting to be rescued. And that's a very sad thing because, like little grandmother says, you are the rescuers you've been waiting for. You incarnated to this, for this, you know. That's what your mission is. You're the rescue team. Hello, wake up, knock, knock, knock. So please have another look at these beings that are saying, let us take you off planet. We have some wonderful place prepared. May I suggest they have some wonderful prison camp prepared? I mean, it's time we wake up and realize that Gaia has been made into a prison camp for many, many thousands of years. Just because we can't see the bars here in the USA doesn't mean we're free. It's a joke that we're free. We elect Republicrats, you know, every 2, 4, and 6 years. It doesn't matter who you elect, you get the same thing. And it's like Alex Collier says, did you know that, you know, there's security clearances and there's security clearances. And there's top secret, but there's above that, there's cosmic top secret. Well, above the level of the President of the United States, how many security clearance levels do you think there might be? I mean, if the president's in charge, he should be pretty close to the top, right? Well, there are 47 levels above his head. Hello, secret government. Okay, so we have figureheads, we have frontmen. Those are the ones that we can see. Everything's run from behind the scenes, friends. And I'm sorry if that's really bad news that you don't want to look at, that you don't want to accept. I know it's tremendously challenging. It's devastating. We go through layer after layer of surrendering our beliefs, and along the way comes devastation. Again and again comes sobbing, comes tears, comes, oh my God, comes, you know, we get lost for a little while because we vested so much of ourself in beliefs that are bullshit. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. You know, the mantra for mind. Mind, you're screwed, and everything you believe is garbage. So we've got to learn to let go. If you will anchor in heart, you will have a secure point to do all this surrendering from, all this observing from, all this just sitting back and watching. Now, I'm not asking you to do anything right now except just look. Don't make any changes in your life. Don't do anything. Just look. Just listen. Just give it a shot. You know, anything's possible. Okay, I've gone on rather long here. So for YouTube's sake, I'm going to sign off on this one. And then I'm going to read the written journal, the last one from yesterday. I went to a subscriber's site. I like to do that. I like to go look at your uploads, first of all, most of all. But if you don't upload, that's cool. You know, I poke around in your favorites, and I find a lot of neat things that way. I really do. You know, some things inspire me to journal from what I find, and some things make me sad. And in somebody's favorites, I found a 4-part journal from the supposed Galactic Federation or Galactic Federation of Light. I don't know how they call themselves, but these are imposters. These are the ones singing this tune. We're going to take care of you. We're going to rescue you. You've made a muck of it, but we're going to come in and fix things. And so that inspired me to write the journal that I'll go now and make part 2 of this, and I'll read it to you. I love you guys. Good morning, my friends. Isn't it beautiful here? Okay, I have something written, something live to share with you this morning. The written journal, I think some people might object to, but and with mind. This is a mind-made world. It's a ride. Remember Bill Hicks? It's a ride. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of thrills. It's a lot of chills. But in the end, it's a ride. And fear. Yeah, I like what Bill says. You know, you have 2 choices. Fear. Fear is an obscenity to higher self. It's maybe not obscene so much as it's just ridiculous. We're consciousness. We cannot be hurt. We cannot be harmed. And any thought that we can partakes of identification with bodies. To be fearful. That is perhaps the main ploy to keep us under control, not our own control. When we're in fear, we are disconnected from heart, from intuition, and that kind of thing. We're disconnected from higher self. Fear is, as usual, you know, my suggestion is it will be the mind that objects. And so my suggestion is to simply observe that and watch it. And just wait, just be in heart and see where that leads. There are a lot of pressures on us